कुछ एक अनसर जिहड़े कि इस प्लाजे के अंदर ते आस-पास अपनियां कारां दे नाल स्टंट करदे सी, ओवर स्पीड गड्डियां चलाउंदे सी ते अज उस मसले दे उत्ते डिस्कस करन दे लई कैलगरी दा प्रशासन इत्थे पुज्जिया होया।
January 1st of next year, it's going to be very strict bylaw. You guys will see a huge change happening in our area.
Yeah, 403-266-1234. And if you don't see it, it's on every police car. On the side of every police car, you'll see it. Go online, you can see it. I know it's frustrating, but that's the best system that we have at the moment. Call the police, call your counselor's office, put some pressure on both of these systems.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ ਟੀਵੀ। ਮੈਂ ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਾਠ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਨਾ ਪਲਾਜ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ। ਪਲਾਜ਼ਾ ਬਾਹਰਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੀਂਹ ਪੈਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਈਵੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਨਡੋਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਵਾਰਡ ਨੰਬਰ 5 ਦੇ ਰਾਜ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਉਹੀ ਸੀ। ਕੁਝ ਇੱਕ ਅਨਸਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਪਲਾਜ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਤੇ ਆਸ-ਪਾਸ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਟੰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਓਵਰ ਸਪੀਡ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਈਏ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇਜ਼ ਗਤੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਚਲਾ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਆਮ ਆਉਣ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਕਤ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸੀ, ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਦੇ ਆਫਿਸਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਉਸ ਮਸਲੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੁੱਜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਕਦੇ ਸ਼ੈਰੀਡਨ ਪਲਾਜ਼ਾ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਤੋਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਸੀ, ਫਿਰ ਸਰੀ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਤੋਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ, ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ ਪਲਾਜ਼ੇ ਤੋਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗੀ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੇ, ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਆਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਾਹਰਲੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਨੇ, ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਆਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਪਲ ਨੇ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਕਤ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੱਲ ਹੋਣ, ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਨਿਵਾਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ। ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਖੜਾ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਰਗੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਕੋਈ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਖ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਵਾਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਧੀਆਂ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾੜ ਖਾਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਹੱਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਸੋ ਵਾਰਡ ਨੰਬਰ 5 ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਰਾਜ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੁੱਜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਸੋ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਲ ਲਈ ਕਿੱਧਰਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਹੈ।
Okay guys, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. First of all, I want to really thank Uncle Ji. Please, could you come? Please. We had planned this for the parking lot, but it was raining. So I came here around 1 and I talked to Uncle Ji and Uncle Ji's like, this is your space. Wow. So really please, let's thank you so much. And he offered this place, and not only that, this appetizers and tea. So right now, please, let's have appetizers and tea, and we'll start in 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
The right to come and hang out and get together, but when you start breaking the law and you start putting other people's safety at risk, then the police get involved, the city gets involved, and it becomes a bigger issue. So with all this support, we want to send a loud and clear message that we're not going to accept it anymore. So today we have CPS here who's going to talk a little bit and take some questions. We also have other representatives from bylaw and other divisions within the city. So if you have any questions, we're more than happy to answer. And then Councillor Dhaliwal will close. So thank you again, everyone, for coming. And I pass the floor to CPS Ahmed.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Sergeant Chief of the City Police. My colleagues here from the traffic unit, Sergeant Sherman, Constable Campbell, and then from our 5 District Community Resource Officer, Constable Raimondi, Constable Thompson, and myself, Sergeant Shaheen. So we're here because we obviously take matters that impact the public and impact communities very seriously. Constable Thompson has been working diligently over the past year on trying to resolve many of the issues within this plaza and this area. Today, I guess we're here because there was a lot of steps that move forward. There's some speed bumps, there's some signage coming, a lot of work has gone into making this plaza a much safer place for community members and residents of the area and people that come here. are there any questions? If you have questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer them. And just to keep in mind that we're going to keep it regarding this plaza for now. Yeah.
Officer, is it possible for you guys to kind of let them know what has happened so far? What actions you guys have taken so far to make this more welcoming for everyone?
Yeah, of course. So over the past year, like I said, Constable Thompson, one of many of the officers in District 5 have been responding to calls to service in this plaza, in this area. Social disorder calls and calls of harassment, noise complaints, and then just all kinds of disorder. Over the past year, we've invested as much as we can to try to stop these concerns and try to make it safe and more accessible to residents. As you know, for those of you that live here, it has been a challenge. We have been coming out as much as we can. In the last little bit, we organized alongside Councillor Dhaliwal, meeting with the board of this plaza. And then together with the board and Councillor Dhaliwal, there was a consensus to kind of put these speed bumps in, to put some of the signage that allows us to enforce a little bit more, and then a few other measures that are going to come in the near future to try to make this, again, a more accessible plaza to people to enjoy without some of the other social disorder issues.
Great. We can have Q&A.
Hi. My name is Asim. I am president of Celebration Community Association, and we work closely with Constable Thompson. My question is that does this happen anywhere else in the city, or is it just probably to this community? And secondly, what, as a community association, we can do to mitigate this issue?
That's a great question. So we're going to be working very closely. Constable Thompson is going to be working with several of the areas, the plazas in this area, to try to get ahead of potential issues that have happened here. I will ask that we follow up on that question at a later time because it's a complicated question. I don't have all the stats from the city at this time. But yes, it does happen, and it happens in other areas as well. And this is a great step. So we're gonna reach out. Constable Thompson is going to reach out to a lot of the neighborhoods and areas that are affected, that are going to be potentially affected, and we'll try to get a plan in place before it becomes an issue.
Right. The second part was, as a community association, a lot of residents reach out to us, and of course, the councilor's office, and we of course direct them through proper channels. But what else we can do to address this issue, or at least guide them through proper channels, at least?
Yeah, I mean, so just keep doing what you're doing. Call the police. Call your local kind of areas, like your counselor and your office, and just be patient with us as well.
My last question is that I've seen marked police cars here,
Yes.
and while they are here, nothing happens.
Yeah.
As soon as they leave, everybody shows up.
Yes.
Is there a way to use unmarked police cars? And these guys know, they know their rights, they know the law, they are not new to this. They know exactly what they're doing.
And again, that's a great question, and that's why it's a lengthy process, right? That's why it takes time and it takes like some effort and some work. It's hard to dictate what cars we have available to come to a certain area, but we do allocate the resources that are required to help the situation, which in this particular case, as you can see, we have our traffic team that come out and help us as well. We're pulling on all the resources that we can. It's just a matter of being patient because there's other stuff happening as well.
Is the city enforcing any bylaws for noise? Because that's a big problem.
I'm actually glad you asked that question. We actually have our city bylaw officers here as well, and representatives from the city. They are, and that's what they're here for. So we have Inspector Johnson from City Bylaw as well. He'll be able to give you a better answer regarding that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I just got to hear the question again.
So is the city enforcing the bylaws like for the noise, for the mufflers that that people are driving all the time with the loud mufflers and the modified cars, right?
So that's a really good question. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we are currently, it's in front of council, some changes that's going on to the traffic bylaw, which is going to be tackling some of these noise matters associated with vehicles. And so that's the kind of goal. We're trying to shore this up to make sure that we can help out with this a little better moving forward for the vehicle issues.
I can speak a little bit more to the bylaw amendments. Oh,
Yeah, okay, so I'll just really speak up. Yeah, absolutely. So what was kind of mentioned here is we're absolutely looking at our traffic bylaw to deal with the noise matters that vehicles are causing. And right now, it's in front of council, and we're looking at making sure that there's edits associated to it so we can help with this situation a lot better. So absolutely, that's in the works right now that we're looking at, and we have Anita Blackstaff here who can speak a little bit more about the actual changes that we're looking at for that bylaw.
So can I touch on that? Today was the Community Development Committee meeting, and I'm part of that. So there's a new bylaw coming in. It's going to be very strict. So today the committee approved 8-0. It's going to council next week, and January 1st of next year, it's going to be very strict bylaw. You guys will see a huge change happening in our area, just like the temporary signs that we were all mad about. It took some time, so you guys are going to see a huge change, trust me, next year. Will there be a big enforcement push? Oh, definitely. And these guys have done an amazing job. It's going to be a huge difference. You guys will see it next year. So today we approved that bylaw changes, and it's going to come into effect, like I said, on January 1st. You guys will see huge changes.
Can we issue tickets under the existing bylaw?
Existing bylaw is not that stringent.
Well, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys will see the changes, definitely. Yeah.
Other bylaws only for this plaza or around the...
No, bylaw is for the city. You guys will see, yeah, definitely. You guys will see good changes. Sorry.
Cars like the Local Plaza, we have a huge exhaust, and then the racing on 88 Avenue, that should be already part of, for the city.
No, these changes are coming in the bylaw. Bylaw has been updated because there were some deficiencies, I would say. So you guys will see
What
that.
about speeding and stuff on 88 racing, right, and then drinking in the plaza sitting in the...
It's all gonna happen. Trust me. January of next year, you guys will see the
Are we
change.
going to do any forums about bringing those changes in the bylaws?
Yeah, definitely we can do that. I'm here. Please let me know, and we can do that. Definitely. Yeah.
Like, we should have more police radar in the area.
Police surveillance.
Yes, because there's people racing all the time, right?
So
I mean, if there's more of a police
regarding more police, that's a bigger problem, right? That's a bigger issue. Do I want more police officers? Of course I do, right? And so that's a different conversation altogether. What we do have, and I can tell you, like, our traffic unit patrols the entire city, but they're here assisting us, right? So we're trying the best we can with the resources we have, but that's a resource limitation at this point. So we can't, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, we just don't have an infinite amount of resources to address every area.
that should be a question
That should be,
city,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Is the city doing anything for a bigger budget?
Yeah, our council was the only council that increased the police budget.
I live on Saturday Drive, and my kids can't play at the park
Yeah,
because people are always speeding there.
yeah.
So, like, what's the point of living in an area where you can't play at the park? I have to push them in the backyard or the back alley.
And I'll be honest with both of you and all of the people here. I feel for you. Okay, when I'm not working, I'm a community member as well. I feel for all of you. We're trying the best that we can with what we have, and like you said, they know our shift changes. They know our resources. We're still trying the best we can. We do respond. You don't need to threaten us for us to come out. We're gonna respond. Just unfortunately, and this is how it works in our system of responding, is that while this is happening, while there's some speeders happening, for example, there's other crimes that are also occurring at the same time, and so now we have to allocate our resources, our police resources, to the priority of the crime, right? The priority of the incident.
Yes, but in this instance, this car is doing at least 80 km an hour through a playground zone, and my response from the operator was, well, they're not doing it now, so this is not an emergency. call the non-emergency line and you can report it to them.
100% I feel for you, and I'm not dismissing it whatsoever. What I'm trying to say to you is just that when we're allocating resources to crime or incidents, we still have to look at what's actively happening in the city or in our quadrant of the city, in our district, and we have to allocate resources accordingly. So while this is egregious, it's egregious that your children can't play, it's egregious that your kids are being offered drugs, it's all egregious, we still have to balance what resources we have because the reality is there's other things happening at the same time, and we have to prioritize.
So could we put speed breakers?
And please call us and send it to us, right? Like, don't hold on to this stuff. If you know it, send it to us. If you know these kids, if you're friends with these, like if you know these families, if you know these kids, or I don't know if they're kids, but these people that are doing this stuff, call us, tell us. Someone call, you can call the police, you can call Crime Stoppers, you can relay that message to us, right? But if you know something is happening in your communities and you see where like this person or persons are going after, call us, let us know, right? Send the videos to us, connect with us, reach out to your community resource officers, call the police. Somebody knows somebody that knows who's doing this, okay? And we don't have all the answers, right? So this is a shared approach to this. This is kind of what we were doing to try to, like with the counselor's office and with the directors of the Plaza, this is what we were trying to do. We're trying to do a shared approach to fix the Plaza issues. However, I would like us to just, I know this is a very like personal matter for a lot of people here, but I would like us to just focus on the Plaza for now. We are planning another session that we could discuss the community at large, but for now, today's meeting is about the Plaza specifically.
We don't have an action bylaw.
No, we do, but I mean, he's talking about more of the bylaws that are coming. When they come, we will action. There are actionable bylaws, and that's what we've been actioning at this time. But like several people have mentioned, when we show up, typically the behavior goes down, right? So when we're here, we're limited on what we could do. This is where I'm telling you, each and every one of you that has a video, that has a license plate, that has a name, call us, tell us the people, right? We need you to tell us this information. So when something happens to you, give us the information and then we can action it. That's what I mean, right? Without like if you call us to tell us a car is racing, for example, give us, if you can, safely, give us a license plate, give us a video or something like that.
I know other countries, they have cameras, right? So can we put up cameras in the plaza or in all the main entrances?
That's not, you'd have to speak to the...
Can you do that? Is that I think months back or 2 months back they put
There was a camera.
big camera over there to see me up to last end of this plaza, but somebody took it.
Today I took on my own initiative.
So let me talk about something. Do we want to talk about what has been done so far? Is there someone here from the Plaza management? No? All the speed bumps, all the signage and everything. Could you guys comment on that? Like the signage is there, that...
Yeah.
Definitely these things are effective. They will affect.
You're seeing...
Usually in the evening, from 6 onward, 7:30, I just do my stepping and seeing that. Like officer said, everything is possible, but it's going to cost taxpayers, right? So we could do everything we want, but at the end of the day, do you want to talk about calling 266-1234 like 311? What is the importance of that? Because often I hear that we call, nothing is happening. What does data means for CPS?
So when you call into 266-1234, when you call to 311, what you're doing is when you're calling into the 266-1234 number or like 311, what you're doing is you're generating a call, so it's a stat for us, which also helps later on in negotiations with the counselors and with city to increase police numbers. So to your question, right, it helps increase. So but we need these numbers, we need these calls. A lot of people, and again, you live here and you see this daily, so you're experiencing it daily. We don't necessarily hear it as much as you see it. Does that make sense? So we need you to call us. We need you to tell us. You need to report it every time. Every time something happens, report it. I know it's going to burden the system. I get that, but that's not on you. We're 24/7, 7 days a week. I know. So folks, if we can just, I know everybody has a lot of questions. I know it's a very personal subject. It's affecting your homes, your children. So I'm going to just reiterate a couple of points. Okay, please call us. Okay, I know it's frustrating, but that's the best system that we have at the moment. Call the police, call your counselor's office, put some pressure on both of these systems. Okay, call 266-1234 if it's not an emergency, and if it is an emergency, then it's 911. The second part to this, if this is like, I don't know where these people live, like the people that are doing all this stuff, but if you know them, if you know their families, if you know the children, if they go to the same schools, if they go to the same areas, call us and tell us about them. You're not doing anyone any favors by not telling about these issues, because it's affecting everybody. So call us, tell us. If you can get license plates safely, please get them. Report it. Okay, so keep reporting. That's the message I want you to take home today. Report it, keep reporting it. We are doing the best we can with the resources we have, and we're actively engaged in this plaza and community. Our district is less than, I think, 5 minutes away from here. We are actively engaged in this area. Okay, so unless anyone has any other questions for me regarding the plaza.
I just want to ask, like, even if we've been reporting, at least I have.
Yes.
I think I got your email. I have emailed him as well with the plates as to which plates were there on the cars.
Yeah.
And what they look like. And I think I do have the report number as well, but how do we get feedback from you, like, on what action has been taken on them or not? Because I still see them around.
Yeah, and so sorry, folks. It's hard to, like, we're having separate conversations. It's hard to kind of hear an answer.
I still see those plates.
Yeah.
They're still here. They're still doing the same thing.
So 2 points on that one. It's hard because even if we address a problem with someone, that doesn't prevent the person from kind of committing the same offense. So that's the first part. But the second part, when you connect with an officer, ask them for follow-up. Right? I know it should be expected sometimes, but with stuff like traffic complaints, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
So just ask, hey, can you let me know what happens with this? Okay, let them know. Talk to your officers. You're going to get an officer. You're going to talk to that officer. Just connect with them. Okay. We are going to have another meeting, like Councillor Dollywell said. There's another meeting intended for the community at large. Okay, then then I will come prepared for that and those answers. Today, honestly, was about the plaza. So I apologize to those of you that came out with all the community concerns, because I don't have a lot of answers for you. Okay, not regarding every element of it. Okay. We are here today to talk about the plaza. The next meeting, we'll address all these other concerns, and we'll try our best to address them. At that meeting too, hopefully by then, like each of the elements here will have a little bit more to add, like Inspector Johnson as
देखो ये
well.
मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਵਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਲਾਜ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ 5 ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ Ahmed and Brandon, all these guys, they were very serious about it. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਪਲਾਜ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪੀਡ ਬੰਪਸ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਈਨੇਜ ਲੱਗ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਆ. It will take time and we gotta be partners too, right? And मैं एक गल जरूर कहूँगा कि Ahmed and Brandon and other officers amazing, हमेशा साढ़े नाल खड़े आ, हमेशा साड़ी हेल्प की है, हमेशा मैं डिप्टी चीफ नाल भी गल करता हूँ, चीफ नाल भी गल की है. These guys are amazing. सर ना हमेशा हेल्प करते आ. इन्होंने आप प्लाजे ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰეკਮੈਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਸੈਪਟਰਲੀ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਪ੍ਰੀਵੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਥਰੂ এনवायरमेंटल ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਬਣੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਸਪੀਡ ਬੰਪਸ, ਹੁਣ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਈਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ. ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਟੇਕ ਟਾਈਮ. ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਏ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਘਟ ਗਿਆ. ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਟੇਕ ਟਾਈਮ. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਲਾਜ਼ੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੀਏ, ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ. ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਿਟਮੈਂਟ ਆ. ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਵਰਕ ਔਨ ਇਟ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਫਿਸਰਸ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਵਾ, ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਐਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਕਰੀਏ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ. They are part of the community, and Ahmed and all Brandon, all these guys, they're amazing people.
We've definitely seen change.
Yeah.
Here. There's still more work that needs to be done.
Exactly, there's always work to be done. But these guys are amazing. Honestly, every time our office requests them for something, they're like, Raj, don't worry, or Ward 5, don't worry, we will do it. So these are baby steps. We gotta take these. You will see the change. Plaza is seeing the change, right? Anji?
Yeah, 403-266-1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't see it, it's on every police car. On the side of every police car, you'll see it. Go online, you can see it. There are certain crimes you can report online as well. So you can go on the police website. There are certain crimes you can report online. And then lastly, if it's an emergency, if someone's actively being hurt or property is being damaged in the immediate, then you can call 911. Okay. So take that please. And I'm going to finish with this unless there's other questions, but I'm going to finish with this. You have a very engaged team of people, like a whole collective of people. Okay, you have the counselor's office that has been engaged in all of these. You have bylaw, you have the community resource officers, you have patrol officers from District 5, you have our traffic team that are coming and assisting. We have a whole team of people, several teams of people that are fully engaged in helping in this. So again, it's not necessarily moving at the pace you want it to, but bear with us, we are actively trying. What my ask is of you is that you call us and report it. Don't keep that information, because what happens is you're going to get upset because you have all this information and you know all the stuff that's happening, but we don't necessarily know what you know. So call us, report it, okay? Tell us what you see.
Language might be a barrier, so if there anybody who speaks Punjabi on the other
There is, and when you call into us, they will get you a translator, but for signage and communication, we'll make sure that it's in
ਸੋ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਨਾ ਪਲਾਜ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਕਰਮਚਾਰੀ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਦੱਸੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਵੱਡੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਥਾਨਕ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਏ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਵੱਧ ਆਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਈਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਚਾਹੇ ਗਲਤ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਹਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਚਾਹੇ ਓਵਰ ਸਪੀਡਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੱਜਣ ਆਏ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਕੇਂਦਰਿਤ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤਾਂ ਦਰਜ ਕਰਾਓ। ਬੜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਐਸੇ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਆਖਰੀ ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਸੱਦੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਮਸਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਯਤਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ। ਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਯੋਜਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਖਰੂਦ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਆਸਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ, ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ, ਸਾਰੇ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਹੱਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰਨ। ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੇਤਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਢੰਗ ਤਰੀਕਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੱਜਲ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਤਰੀਕਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਰੱਖੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਇਹ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਕਿ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੁਰਮਾਨੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੇਸ ਦਰਜ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ। ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਾਠ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਇਸੇ ਇਕੱਠ ਤੋਂ ਦਿਓ ਆਗਿਆ। ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ TV, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ।